I've been using these Tesfeel car seat covers for a while now. There's actually quite a few things that I really like about them, but there's also a couple of things that I'm not crazy about. I'll get to those towards the end because they might matter depending on how you're planning on to use it. Before I get into all that, I do want to mention that Tesfeel sent me this as a sample to review. They didn't tell me what to say, and these are my honest thoughts after using it. So let's start with what I like. The biggest reason I want to try this in the first place is because I actually have a solid use for it. Between working as a firefighter, paramedic, doing home inspections, running, having kids, living in South Carolina where you're basically sweating the second you walk outside, there's plenty of days that I'm stuck climbing back in my truck, sweaty, dirty, or covered in sand from the beach. The last thing I want is all of that getting into my seats. First thing that I was impressed by was the material. I honestly expected this to just feel like someone had sewn a bath towel onto a seat cover. It doesn't. The top has that soft towel-like feel, so it's comfortable to sit on, but underneath you've got a waterproof layer and non-slip backing. Feels like it was actually designed for this purpose rather than it just being a regular towel with a couple of straps attached. There's another thing I really like about it, and honestly, this is probably the feature that determines whether I'd actually use it regularly, and that's that it's incredibly easy to put on. You slide it over your headrest, just a little loop right here, and that's it. It comes with elastic buckles that you can use if you want to, but don't have to. There's no tools. It takes less than a minute. And that's important because I've owned a lot of car seat covers that are useful, but they're such a pain to set up. They never sit flush. And this one is just simple enough that I can throw it on after a workout or an inspection or leaving shift, and that's it. Done, good to go. But here's where I started getting a little skeptical. Does it actually stay in one place once you start using it and sitting on it, moving around? Because it's one of these things that can look great on Amazon, but it might be a little annoying in real life. I've gotten in and out of my truck multiple times with the seat. So far, the anti-slip backing has done a good job of keeping it in place during normal driving. It's not something I'm constantly having to straighten out or that's getting bunched up underneath me. Now, let's talk about protection. This is obviously designed to put a barrier between your clothes and your vehicle's upholstery or leather. So if you've just finished a workout, gotten out of the pool, spent a day at the beach, or you've been working outside, you've got something between all that sweat, moisture, dirt, sand, and nastiness and your actual seat. I like that because I'd much rather wash this than have to pay to get my truck detailed and get the seats clean. Also, if you've got a dog, I think this is a no-brainer. If your dog comes back from the beach, hike, got that smelly dog smell, all of that is going to be captured by this layer rather than getting into your seats. When you're done, you just take it off, throw it in the washing machine rather than having to clean your seats. Now, remember when there were a couple of things I said I didn't love, wasn't crazy about? Here's one. It's a towel style seat cover. So if you're looking for something that's going to be completely invisible or unnoticeable and permanently installed like factory seat cover, this isn't it. You can tell it's a cover because you just throw it right on top of your seat. For me, that's not really a problem because I'm using it for a specific purpose, but it's something that I would probably want to know before buying it. Second thing to keep in mind is long-term durability. I haven't owned this long. I don't have a big dog, but I do use it and it works now. So I can't tell you how long it's going to last or what its life is like, but the stitching looks good, the material feels good, and the construction seems solid so far, but time's only gonna tell how it holds up. Those are really the only two things that I consider before buying. For me, neither one is a deal breaker. In fact, the reason I'd still buy this is because it solves a problem that I actually have. So if you're regularly going to the gym, go to the beach, swimming, hiking, camping, or your work is outside, you're dealing with hot summers like me in South Carolina, this is really an easy way to prevent bringing mess into your car. It's easy to install, comfortable to sit on, it's soft, super easy to fold up and store, comes with these little drawstring bags, so you can just throw it behind your seat and it's always ready. So whether you're wondering if I would buy this with my own money, I would. Not because it's revolutionary or high-tech or fancy, it's actually the opposite. Simple, practical, packs up small, and solves a problem that I deal with regularly. And those are the type of products that I end up using the most and am happy to spend money on. Hopefully this review gives you a better idea of what it's actually like to use and helps you decide if it's the right fit for your vehicle.